and that was kind of ridiculous. I don't even think he was looking at me when he threw that.
I am free now, Father. Setting up a sequel that unfortunately never happened, right? It is kind of a shame. It's one of those things where I think the game is a lot better than a lot of people give it credit for. Does it have issues just like almost any other game? Yes. And to be fair, like I do think some of the issues are fairly big issues, but I don't think it was any like outside of being fixable, you know. I definitely think it was something they could have addressed, and I want to say fixed again, but I hate using the same word so much, but they could have made changes that would have, I think, made fans more happy. And like, even if, you know what, even if this was ever only a duology of games, if we had just one sequel to this, even if it was only ever a duology, I think that would have been pretty cool. Just because I would have liked to see where they would have, Ninja Babies, where they would have kind of taken it, what kind of changes and improvements they would have made, especially to the combat model. I think you could tell I wasn't quite as big on the Vergil fighting style. My favorite was usually the Angel mode, just because of the quicker nature of it. Vergil, like, his combat style feels more about, like, you know, precision and timing your attacks correctly and stuff. Dante is more, I think, more approachable for a lot of people. He's just, his combat style is more easier to digest, I feel. Vergil's slower, more precise, and it makes total sense for his character. I would say specifically more of the original series, but I still had a decent amount of fun with him, especially when you just activate his like guarding swords, whatever you want to call them, the ones that just swirl around him. Like that's just kind of fun to do. I love just getting that insane like AoE damage. Not like definitely not as enjoyable, but you know, it seems like probably a bit of a missed opportunity. But I think like one final thing they could have done, and I don't think it was something that they did here with the DLC. But if they allowed you to play Vergil in the Dante campaign, and then Dante in the Vergil campaign, just to get more bang out of your buck, That would have been cool. And it's one of those things, it's purely a gaming thing. Obviously, it doesn't make sense from a story perspective or anything, but just purely as a gaming thing. Because I bring that because that's what 3 did, right? And I think even like the definitive edition or special edition, whatever it is for 4, did that as well, where you can play like Lady and Trish through the campaigns. Something along that line. I forget if their missions are more dedicated or not, but I think it's one of those things that like sometimes feels like a missed opportunity. And I don't know if there's more technical things that make it like more time consuming to do, but if you have like something like, you know, this action fighting game, character action slash whatever you want to call it, and you bring in characters with DLC, or sometimes it's even in the base game, but let's just say you bring in more characters, like DLC stories with a different character. I think after beating that DLC campaign, allowing players to select that character and bring it through the main campaign to get more bang out of their buck, to get more mileage out of that character, especially if you really enjoy that specific character's combat model. Then you're adding so many more hours a player would be willing to play a game, right? Zachary Karam. But again, don't know if there are more technical hurdles behind it that make it more complicated to do than just like simply letting them place the character in the campaign or play as them in the main campaign. I imagine you either just play the cutscenes out as is, or you just cut out the cutscenes, like, you know, just have it be a purely arcadey thing for funsies. Epic Games? Oh, because the Unreal Engine, right? Morphe. I don't know if that's like just pronounced morphine, like the drug or whatever, but Havoc. So yeah, that we're finally at the end of the DmC marathon playthrough. I just have 5 left, and I already know that's going to be a heck of a good time. You know, I think one thing I didn't really talk enough about, probably graphics and visuals, our souls are at odds, brother. I think that's like at the end of DmC 3, right? Gotta get hit with a penalty for using 2 items. I do think this game is pretty good looking. I love the stylization, kind of with like the limbo and just when you get all the text on the wall and everything. Like I said, the style of this game it's just oozing with style, and I love it. And that goes beyond like just that, but like the camera angles and the slow-mo zoom in when you kill a final enemy, just all those little things makes me love it so much. Music, I do like the music. I vibe with it a lot. I don't think it's quite as strong as probably some of the mainline entries for sure. But I mean, you know, no song ever got me like just straight up like rock in my head, you know. But I do like the overall direction and choice of music. Son of Sparta, brand new remix enemy setup and behaviors. Try this new difficulty level next. Yeah, that's all there is here. It took about 2 hours. SOS on his party. Which is kind of right on the dot of what I was reading. Funny enough, it was 2 to 3 hours, I think, depending on skill and gameplay style and whatnot. Definitely think you could beat it in under 2 hours if you're quick. Like obviously some of my exploration and stuff slowing me down, but it is kind of a shame, I guess, that there aren't secret missions in there. They kind of just place health, like health extensions and double trigger extensions for you to find, which I do appreciate. Still gives an incentive to explore the level. I see, you can just see it from here. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if I'll stream it, but like, I'm mostly at some point I'm going to play the the Xbox One version, but I'll be playing on the Series X. And I don't know what I'll stream. If I'll stream it, we'll see. But I want to do I also want to do Nephilim. And I'm probably going to do this like in both versions because I love getting me my achievements. Assuming there is an achievement for being on Nephilim. If there isn't, then I might skip it. But at the same time, I enjoyed myself so much that I think I would enjoy the kind of harder, the enemies being a little harder, for sure. Yeah, just one game left, and the only question I have in my head right now is like, I mean, considering this is this is a, I was gonna say spin-off, but like a reboot, it's its own thing. I guess I wouldn't be opposed to uploading both playthroughs at the same time if it came down to that, because like this playthrough is gonna be X amount of parts, like probably 30 to 40 parts somewhere in there, and then the DLC is gonna be 6, 7-ish parts somewhere around there. Which by then we're like getting pretty close to the end of the year. There's also the fact that with Halloween not being too far away, it is still 2 months away, but considering how sometimes I go a long time without actually recording anything, I do have at least 2 games in mind that I want to do for Halloween this year. Trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. But just like trying to get all the DmC stuff uploaded before the end of the year is kind of something I would like to do, but we'll see. If I have DmC 5 beaten and maybe there's a few parts left to go upload in 2026, I think that's fine. I think the ultimate kicker would be if a remaster / remake of the first game got announced sometime this year, maybe at the end. Actually, now that I think about it, because the first game came out in 2001, right? So next year would be the 25th anniversary of the series, so it would actually make perfect sense to release a remaster in that year. So I feel like a lot of big stuff has their 25th anniversary in the next year. The release of the Xbox, Halo 1, Devil May Cry, obviously. Was the first Ace Attorney game in 2001 as well? There's definitely a number of like new IPs that showed up in that particular year. Did what's its name? The Max Payne series start in 2001 too? I can't quite remember if that was 2001 or 2, but I'm pretty sure the sequel was 2003, so I want to say it was 2001 that the first Max Payne game came out. I feel like a lot of stuff has its 25th anniversary in 2026. Feels kind of like a big year for a lot of anniversaries and such. Yeah, time to wave this game goodbye, at least for recording, and I will see you guys next time for DMC 5. Just to reiterate, there's a chance I might, like, depending on how soon I get to that, with some stuff that's going on at work, I might have a little more home time for a bit. I also have time off for around my birthday, so if I'm actually good at getting my butt in my chair and recording, then I could have DMC 5 done pretty soon as well. Might not have to wait that long, but we'll see where I'm at in terms of wanting to upload parts. I haven't actually scheduled the first part. I've only edited my first recording session at this point in time. I haven't scheduled those parts to go up yet, so that's something for me to do today. But yeah, if there's a small chance that maybe I'll start uploading 5 even while this playthrough is still going up, because I think more people would be interested in seeing 5 in this game anyway. But yeah, I like I said, I really enjoyed this game. There's a chance that I will stream it playing through Nephilim or the Series X version, because I'm debating if the thing is, if I jump to the Series X version, or really more accurately the Xbox One version, but we'll just call it the next gen version, I might want to just play it on the normal difficulty since I won't have all my upgrades. But maybe if you're playing on harder difficulty, you earn upgrades faster. I don't know. I could also just want to challenge myself like that. We'll see. But I'll probably be playing at some point. It's just, the thing is, if I'm going to stream, I can't really multitask with anything else, right? And sometimes when I'm playing games, I'll be in a call with a friend or kind of working on something else. So that's the only like kind of hold up right there. But anyway, I should end this. Again, thank you, Ghost Cabbit. They are the maker of this model. Thank you to SnowHusky for doing the VRM work for me, and thank you to Antifreeze for thumbnails. I'm gonna have to maybe see if I can get him to do a Vergil thumbnail for this DLC. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, ciao for now. Bye.